Blueface and Wack 100 is full of shit. That say, listen, I was ringside, man. Listen, that Blueface lost that fight fair and square. Normally they fight 4 rounds. Brand Risk allowed Wack 100 and Blueface to add an additional 2 rounds to make it fair. So they ain't putting that part in. Now come on, Wack. See, this is why I told Adin, man, don't do nothing with them gang banging California niggas. I tell everybody in the hip hop, man, stay away. Every time you do so.
Man, look, this ain't got nothing to do with the whole California. This is business you got going on with Wack 100 and Blueface. But what's interesting about this situation is Charleston White and Wack 100 cool. They super cool. They was cool during the whole event. When you look backstage and everybody streams backstage, they was cool backstage. So for him to openly come out in defense of Adin Ross is interesting.
In LA, it's always trouble. It's always a problem. They're always trying to bully and strong arm something. From the minute that the LA got there, they've been trying to bully and strong arm. They've been trying to bully and strong arm Adin Ross from the beginning. That's how they tried to bully Adin to get me over there to the house. So Wack thought he was going to slam me around. It didn't go that way. They've been trying to bully Adin Ross forever, man. Swear to God. This probably one of the best Brand Risk events. Man, let me just say this. I ain't never had no problem getting paid by Adin. Everybody that I brought to Adin have not had a problem getting paid. I brought at least 6 different people to Adin Ross. Everybody's gotten paid. Now all of a sudden it's a problem with the LA. The LA was betting and lost. Sore loser. Man, them sore losers, homie. Nah, man, I'm just gonna be real, man. Wack, you wrong, man. Blueface is a hoe. They're crying, man. And they're crying because Chibu whooped him. I told everybody from the beginning, man, before the fight. Blueface been fighting 19, 20 seconds in jail, prison. Nigga ain't been fighting 2 minutes. Chibu been fighting 6, 7 months back to back. Y'all thought this was gonna be an easy walk. And then what? Oh, that little spanked you. Take your ass whooping like a man. You caught the fade, you lost the fade, just get you another fade. But what makes you think? Foolish, this is why nobody likes doing business with the dumb. These are dumb gangbangers. They don't have marketing degrees. They don't have any management degrees. They don't have any media skills, any media training. They can't articulate properly. Man, this nigga been in prison smoking Tunchi.
Charleston White just yapping. I'm from LA and I'm articulate and I do great business. But that whole bully and strong arming people, man, that come from Suge Knight. And these big U accusations ain't helping the situation. But a lot of the other stuff Charleston White was saying was kind of accurate. I didn't know who Chibu was, and I thought Blueface was about to go in there and just beat him. Because I'm looking at Blueface train with Keyshawn Davis, and I'm thinking he just about to go in there and put hands on the boy. That ain't what happened at all. And a lot of people are saying that Blueface and Wack 100 are just sore losers. Charleston White and Akademiks have came to the rescue of Adin Ross. Well, I ain't gonna say the rescue, but they came to the defense of Adin Ross. From their perspective, Adin Ross has always done good business, and he did good business this time. For those of y'all that don't know, all this stems from Blueface losing his fight on Adin Ross boxing event sponsored by Brand Risk. And after the fight, Blueface was interviewed, and Blueface said that Adin Ross was rigging the bets. So because of that, Adin Ross said he not paying Blueface for the fight. Adin Ross said by Blueface saying the fights were rigged, it was a breach of contract. Wack 100 also accused Adin Ross of making sexual advances towards him, and he planned on suing him for the money he owed Blueface and some.
This is for the fight. That's not even including nothing else.
Retarded. Like, literally retarded. He didn't say, it doesn't matter, because my contract is set up in a way where you can't even speak like that. It's breach. But guess what? Do you know how many fighters breach Brand Risk contracts that I don't go after because I fuck with them and I love them? Adam 22 breached. Ask Adam. I fought for him and I made sure he got his money. I did. Ask Adam. They did not want to give his bread. I made sure Adam got his money. Even though he didn't throw a punch. It breached. Still made sure of it. Why? Because Adam is not going around saying scam, tampering. You're an idiot. Why are you saying that? Why? He's smart. He's fought under sanctioned events. He understands that there's a there's a commission that does all that stuff. I'm the commentator. I'm the CEO and the owner and the founder of Brand Risk. It's that simple. It's that simple. So he says all this. Again, Ack and Wack, I'm calling. And I just said, look, he can say fuck Adin Ross. He can say fuck Brand Risk. I just need him to take back rigging, scamming, tampering so I can get him paid out. That's it.
So to be clear, Adin Ross owns Brand Risk. I was kind of confused about that too. But Brand Risk is Adin Ross' business. So Adin Ross said he was willing to still pay Blueface his money even though he breached the contract, but he has to retract his statements. You know the statement where he said Adin Ross rigs the bets? He said he has to go back and retract that statement and he'll still pay him. But Blueface didn't want to do it.
That's it. Didn't want to do it. And then I wake up to that clip, and that's when I spoke, then he spoke, then I spoke. Why did you do what, Joker, please? Why? You're my community, guys, and you guys know I give away money all the time. I'm not weird with money. I'm the furthest thing from being weird with money. But if a motherfucker tries to get in here and not try to drop his tough guy act, you're a streamer now, bud. You're a streamer now. Act like one. Okay? It ain't that big of a deal. Straight the fuck up. Straight up. It's just stick to a contract that you sign. You're a big boy. You're a big boy. You're a big boy. You're not a child. It's the truth. It's the truth. No. But Adam 22 breached his contract, but I still made sure he got paid out. Because him and I got on the phone, or we figured that shit out, text, got him his shit. What about Gypsy? Gypsy got paid an hour after he fought. Everyone did. Everybody gets paid the same night. But you. Bro, there's so many ways to say what you want. I get it, you're mad, and you felt like you won that fight. Some say you did, but you don't go, and you don't say scam, tampering, rigging, this. You just don't do that, bro.
In Blueface defense, that's the risk you take when you put a mic in front of a fighter's face right after the fight. Emotions are high, whether they just won or lost. You really don't know what they gonna say, and that's the risk you take when you interview a fighter right after the fight. And honestly, it don't sound like Adin Ross really dislike or really hate Blueface. It sound like they just couldn't come to terms. He kind of sounded like he hurt a little bit. Akademiks say Adin Ross reached out to try to fix the situation, but Wack 100 and Blueface wasn't having it.
Kind of get what Adin's saying. But Wack is now distrustful. So the deal I worked out on the phone with them, because he says, Wack is like, yo, Ack, I know you, blah, 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 blah. He's like, yo, listen, man, I'm doing business, clean business. I'm like, all right, Wack, okay, got you. And while talking to them, Wack is like, he doesn't trust him anymore. I said, why don't you trust Adin? He says, well, Ack, I have a contract with him. The contract says I should be paid in 24 hours after the fight. It's pushing 48. We're still stuck in Miami. I paid, I think he told me some wild number, $20,000 to fly out like 30 dudes out here. We all came from California. We're still here. We're paying for all the time.
Now, remember, Adin Ross said everybody got paid 24 hours after the fight. The reason Wack 100 is saying it's 48 hours and they still ain't got paid is because Adin Ross is saying Blueface breached the contract. He's saying Blueface breached the contract. That's why they haven't got paid. Wack 100 is like, fuck all that. I need my money. We still stuck out here.
We're down in the home. It would be nice if we got paid. And I completely get that, right? So he says, if Adin didn't respect the contract the first time and pay him after 24 hours, why would, if Blueface goes and does some apology or whatever, or put a statement out, why would he get paid then? And I said, oh my God. Now, I'm not trying to also, I'm not like, no, I'm a vouch for Adin. I'm like, this is y'all business. I'm really not involved, but like, I'm the media. So then the deal I worked out was this. I said, Adin, would you be open to drafting up something paperwork-wise, legally, that says if Blueface goes on stream and says this, you will release all the funds for his boxing match to Wack 100 and his company, or Blueface and his company? And Adin says yes. Kind of get what Aiden's saying.
So Akademiks is saying Adin Ross was willing to draw up a contract and say he was willing to pay Blueface all his money, and all Blueface had to do was retract his statement. But Blueface and Wack like, nah, we're not doing that.
Adin says, you know what? If you think I'm lying so much, not only will I sign a piece of paper, I'll even have Rainbet sign it. I'm going to send you half of what you're supposed to get from my own bank account. I'll send it. That's the guarantee that if so once you sign the paper that he's going to get on stream and say whatever, and remember, you're just saying that you never meant that Rainbet is fixing fights. So Adin's going to pay him half of his personal money. And I'm like, this is a fucking great deal. Wack then says, we want a little bit more than half. He throws on like an extra, I won't say the amount, but I was like, all right, bet. I was like, fuck. But Adin's like, all right, I'll do that. So we have a deal. It feels like a LeBron trade, right? We have a deal, in principle. The deal is, Adin's going to give half his money, half of the purse that Blueface was earned or owed to Blueface. He's going to sign this little deal thing to say, I am going to clarify that I never meant, even if I insinuated or said, that Rainbet fixed my fight, and then I'll get the other half after the stream. Wack calls me back and says, we ain't doing this. All that for nothing. All that for nothing. Essentially, he tells Adin, if the statement that y'all prepared for me to say, if I say that would, or if Blue says that would be killing his reputation. So he says he's not doing that. I said, Wack, yo, I'm trying to get y'all money. I have no horse in the race.
I ain't gonna lie, if Akademiks telling the truth, it's kind of validating what Charleston White was saying. Wack 100 do sound like he was trying to strong arm Adin Ross. Whole part about it seemed like Adin Ross was giving in. Wack still didn't care. They still was turning it down. You know what I think though? Wack was probably trying to do business, but when he took it back to Blueface, like, yeah, you gotta retract your statement. Blueface like, nah, I ain't doing it. And Wack like, well, you know what? Blueface ain't with it. But everybody not going against Blueface and Wack. DDG say Adin Ross needs to give him his dollars.
Another nigga that said something like that too in the ring, but he ain't dealing with the same consequences. Now, if a nigga lose a fight, like if I would have lost a fight, I damn near would have said the same thing. I probably would have been like, man, this shit ain't right. I thought I won. That's what every nigga say. Or this shit rigged. I should have won. Every nigga says that. Like, I don't think it's right.
That was my point of saying, like, after the fight, you don't know what the fighter gonna say. Emotions are high. Nigga might say anything.
Not pay him. That's all I gotta say. Cause it's like, then this how you look at it from a business perspective, right? It's like if a nigga gotta step on eggshells to get paid, how that's gonna make the future fighters feel, you know? That's just my opinion. I feel like Adin can just say, oh, he can't fight on this shit no more. You gotta pay the nigga, bro. He already done fought, man. He done already fought. Plus, let me show you something, Adin. This the famous. Look how happy we was. Come on, bro. This ain't beef. Over a boxing match, bro. Y'all niggas been cool since y'all was both skinny. Come on, man.
I don't know, man. Seemed like that was pretty cool. I think they should talk it out. I mean, it's plenty money that can be made. Blueface is a boxer and a streamer. Adin Ross got a boxing company. He promote fights, and he's a streamer. It's plenty money to be made. So I feel like they should get it together, man, so they can, make money in the future. But get in the comments. Tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think they should make up? Do y'all think Blueface and Wack 100 need to sue Adin Ross? Let me know how y'all feel about it. Anyway, I am Mega. I'm a body.